I'm not joking when I say I actually recorded this twice before, but I did not like either of the cuts. So I'm re-recording this for a second time, the third time I'm recording this, and sucks to suck, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, y'all, welcome back to the AJ Plays channel. The MLW season is kicking off in a couple of weeks, and to complement the top 10 pitchers video, we are doing the top 10 hitters today. So, without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. Again, this is not just going to be based on the 2025 stats, even though that's what I'm going to be showing to you guys on the, in the graphics, but it's also going to be just considering their points of their career, their overall skill level based on what we've seen in MLW and other leagues. Just the top 10 hitters, I think, overall, just based on past history, current standing, future projection, like all of that. These are my top 10 hitters in the league. Kicking things off with number 10. Now, this one's actually a rookie from the 2025 class, drafted number 4 overall to the Metro Magic, Brady Pearson. And he had a very, very good 2025 season, was definitely in the running for the Rookie of the Year award. And he overall just had, he balled out, man. He was a really good hitter, and he was a driving force in a Magic lineup that needed more offense. With Grant Miller out, he was the one who stepped up. In 2025, statistically, Brady had a really good offensive season, 265 batting average, 4 homers, 9 RBI, and another one of these OPSs above 1,000. And overall, again, he was a driving force in that lineup. And I think overall this season, we're going to see him take an even bigger step. He's going to be the main focal point, him and John Paul Gunn in that lineup, just because there's Grant Miller's questionable availability and Agner's no longer in the league. So we can definitely see Brady taking a step. And he really progressed as the year went on last year. And he's still young. He's like 15, 16 years old, if anything. So I think he's going to really take another step and progress toward becoming a top hitter in MLW. Now, coming in at number 9, this one was number 1 on the pitching rankings video. And his hitting last year was not as great as some of the years past. And I think just because there is some more proven talent ahead of him, I think as much as I can't not include him in the top 10, but I got Jordan Robles here at number 9. This can be controversial because you say that, oh, he's got so much tenure, he's got so many different proven accolades, and all this different proven success in so many different leagues, right? But in MLW, his offense, especially in recent years, hasn't looked too great compared to his rookie and sophomore years in the league. And last year, with stats of 238 batting average, only 2 homers, 9 RBI, and the 880 OPS, his numbers were a bit down across the board compared to some other hitters in the league. And I don't I'm also factoring in the fact that he's approaching 30, if not 30 years old already. Who knows if he's got any more of this elite skill left in the tank, but I shouldn't be really doubting Jordan Robles. So I got him at number 9, a bit lower just because of the age factor, as well as just the slight regression we're seeing as the years go on. Maybe he proves me wrong and has another MVP caliber season where offensively he's a stud all the way through. But we don't know that yet, and we'll see it this year if that's the case. Moving on here to number 8, and this one is a Great Lakes Gator. I got 2 Gators on this list, and the first one is going to be Sawyer Bean. Now, as the years progress, Bean was also drafted in the Robles draft 2022, and he's gotten better in both hitting and pitching every year as he's gone on in his career. And he has become a pretty good, if not a lethal bat at the plate, where he's a threat for contact, for power, just to get on base. The whole 9 yards. He is a very potent bat. 275 batting average, 4 homers, and he was top of the league in RBIs with 20, and then the 1063 OPS. His numbers were really, really good last year, and I don't see any reason as to why he'd slow down. This is going to be his final season in MLW. He's already announced that. And there's a really, really good chance that I think, I've said it, I think he's going to go out with a bang and he's going to make an MVP run, if not win the award in 2026. Go out with a bang being. Who knows what he's going to do? But I see him as a top 10 hitter, and he could get even better to close out his career here. Let's see. Number 7, this one got snubbed from the World Series MVP in 2025 because anytime you needed a clutch hit out of this batter, anytime he came up to the plate, he was driving in runs, he was getting homers. This is Preston Colm. We've been over this. And I'm very high on Preston Colm, and as a hitter, he's only gotten better, especially in 2025. He progressed big time as the year went on. And his stats kind of don't really give that justice as to how he improved because his start was a little bit slow. 238 batting average, 3 homers and 11 RBIs, and 876 OPS. Now, his numbers are very, very similar to Jordan's, but I do have him higher just because, again, he's younger and he's only getting better. We've seen that he's getting better. Robles, we don't know if he has another level left in the tank. We don't know. But when it comes to Preston, if he's sticking around in MLW for a long time, he's going to be a top 5 bat for years to come. He is one of the best hitters in the league, and he's only progressing by the year. He's going to be a very important factor if the Mallers want to repeat in 2026. And if you want to talk about Unks turning back the clock, who are lethal factors to their team and their success in 2026, we got to talk about Chris Cheatham here at number 6. And this is a batter who in 2020 through 22 was one of the best hitters in the league. And then 23 was rough just in every aspect for Chris and the Gators. And then 2025, he comes back out of nowhere and he was a on-base machine. He drew way too many walks. He was hitting the ball, driving in runs. Like he was just one of the best bats out of nowhere, turning back the clock in MLW. 273 batting average, and if you see like plate appearances, 48 compared to the 22 ABs. He drew 26 walks in his plate appearances. It's ridiculous. 2 homers, 18 RBI. He's up there with some of the others in the league, and a 1191 OPS. Like that's insane. Again, from somebody who a lot of people wrote off as washed a couple years back, I guess he made an adjustment and suddenly he's back to the lethal hitter we remember from his prime days of 2020 through 2022. Maybe he keeps it up in 2026. We're a bit unsure about that, but as of this point right now, after that season, I don't see why he can't keep it up. Coming in at number 5, since 2020, has been one of the best hitters in MLW, if not like top 3 in these past like 6 years of the league. And he had a down year. Well, not even a down year. He was injured in 2024, got traded to the D-backs in 2025, and he picked up right where he left off. And he has just been a lethal factor in every season, every lineup he's in. Nick Saylor. What else can you say about him other than the fact that last year he just had limited AB, so I can't really put him too high. And I think he's going to continue his success in 2026 overall. 320 average, only 1 homer, but 13 RBIs, was driving in a lot of runs in those games he was playing. 1049 OPS. Again, the numbers all look really, really good for Nick. And if his availability is a bit more full this year where he can play every series and show up for every series, especially the ones that matter down the stretch, then the D-backs are going to be in really good hands because a lineup of Saylor, Norp, Heath, Pishka, Sullivan, and even the guys they draft. Like it's going to be a hard time for teams to beat the D-backs, I think, at full strength when everyone's showing up. And Saylor's a big time part of that just because of how good we've seen him be in previous years with his offensive capabilities. Coming in at number 4, I got Daniel Schultz of the Eastern Eagles, somebody who, very similar to Chris Cheatham, had his really good years between 2018 and 2022. 23 was a bit rough, and then he really picked things up in 2024, 2025 as well. He was a very, very good bat, and I don't see why he's stopping anytime soon. There's a 3-headed monster in that lineup of Daniel, Dallas Allen, and Landon Urgitis, and he's always in the lineup, and he's just a solid factor every single time he's there, always contributing. 235 average, 4 homers, 13 RBIs, and a 1068 OPS. This is just someone who you can guarantee isn't going anywhere in MLW. As the captain of the Eagles, he's always going to be there. You know he's going to be there, and he's always able to make adjustments and play the game the best of his capability. That's going to help his team win. He knows what he has to do to help his team win. And I don't see Daniel slowing down anytime soon, man. He had a bit of a slump, but he was able to fix it. And if he has that kind of slump again, he knows what he's got to do to fix things down the stretch and do what's best for his team. And I still think he is one of the best hitters in MLW. Coming in at number 3, you're gonna see his picture in the graphic when it comes up. When I put it on the screen in a few minutes, you're gonna see it come up. But I open this and I just see just you already know who I'm laughing at. You already know his expressions. You already know he's the face of MLW in recent years. It's my man D-back Jimmy Norp. And as much as offensively he wasn't as good as like years past, he still had a really, really good season. For his standards, it was a little bit on the lower side with 214 average, a bit low on that end. 4 homers, 18 RBIs. He drove in a lot of runs last year and a 1054 OPS. Overall, what can you say about Norp other than the fact that he's a very experienced hitter with baseball, wiffle ball, and blitzball? He is a great bat to ball kind of player where you know he's going to be getting on base, driving in runs, hitting the ball out of the park. You know how good of a hitter he is, that even after a down season, the lowest I can put him is number 3. Because this dude is one of the best hitters MLW has seen in recent years. Number 2, this is another Eastern Eagle who, if number 1 didn't exist, he'd be the bona fide number 1 best hitter in the league. Because every year, especially in the playoffs, he gets going and he's able to just carry that momentum into next season and keep up his play. He's such a good hitter. Landon Urgitis. What else is there to say about him? Like the stats just speak for themselves here. 424 batting average. Are you kidding me? With 5 homers, 16 RBI, and a 1499 OPS. These are video game like numbers that we haven't seen from any other player besides him and the one who you're gonna know. You all know who's number one. Like I don't even need to explain that. But these are video game like numbers we haven't seen since the Kyle Schultz Colts Field days where he was playing against his 8-year-old brother Daniel, if he was even 8. That's how incredibly good Landon has been. He's consistently one of the best power hitters in MLW, and his swing sometimes look. I'm not gonna lie. I've always thought his swing and his stance looks a little bit unconventional, but you know what? If it's working, which it's clearly working statistically, hey, why stop it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And there is no reason as to why Landon should fix anything when you're hitting like this. Finally, coming in at number one is he's the right hand man to Kyle Schultz these days, and that is your boy Ryan Cratch, who is never going like he just got snubbed out of a 4P, I think, because of voter fatigue. Yes, voter fatigue exists in MLW of all things, where he won 3 straight MVPs. Last year he didn't win, and that was mainly because I guess the World Series played a factor, even though he deserved to win that 4th MVP. But his offense is never going to slow down, especially until the Preds finally win a World Series again. 361 batting average with 9 homers, 15 RBIs. The slug itself is 1111. It's above 1,000 with a 1746 OPS. If Landon's are video game numbers, these are astronomical, out of this world. You can't even make this kind of stuff up kind of numbers. This is insanity. And I don't see any world where Ryan Cratch is slowing down in MLW. I think he's only going to continue his success, and we're only going to see more out of Ryan in the coming years. And his prime is right now. Like he's just, you might as well walk him every time he comes up, man. He's a guaranteed hit, guaranteed homer, guaranteed RBI, guaranteed elite. Like you know, that's what you're getting out of Ryan every single season. And on that note, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. And I'm sorry I did not have an upload for last Tuesday. Things got a little bit tight with school and everything. But I'm going to be trying to continue posting as consistently as I can, both wiffle and even some baseball, like Blue Jays and hockey, Maple Leafs content. We'll see how that goes over the coming months. But MLW is back and in full swing this month. Stay tuned for more content every Tuesday. Hit that like button if you haven't yet, and subscribe as well for more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to see you guys all next time. Peace out.